Yo, what's up, guys? We are back at the show again, and my name is Angel Lorenzana.
I am Russell Cooper.
My name is Rafa.
I don't give a fuck.
No, today we have a guest. We have guests on sometimes.
Today we have a very special guest.
Very special.
No.
Very special guest. My very first person
is-
to come on the show that I requested. So could have had anybody, and I chose you.
Oh wow, thank you.
So we have Chris Heist out of Hollywood, California.
No, Florida.
Texas, or Florida.
Originally Florida. I guess.
Is that where you were born in Florida?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
But yeah, it's fuck.
How long did
That's
you
the
live?
intro.
How long did you live in Florida for?
You say he's a stand-up comic.
well,
he's a
you
fucking
give me
asshole.
a chance. So before I got interrupted by the talent, he is a stand-up comic. He's probably one of the most accomplished ones in Lubbock. But he, love him or hate him, he'll make you think.
No, I do the opposite of that shit.
What?
I make people feel emotionally
That's what I said.
about, I don't know. Well, so I don't even know what the fuck this is. Like, you are this is a podcast?
I don't know.
This looks like Maury Povich. Like,
Jim.
are you my father?
We
Is
have
that
a
what
lot,
this
we have
is?
a lot more,
Are we?
Speaking of Jerry
we
Springer,
have a
since
lot
you
more
brought
likes
it up,
than normal, don't we? Or am I just really...
Yeah, you're hallucinating as fuck again.
did anybody see the Jerry Springer documentary on
No,
Netflix?
I don't give a shit about that.
Well, then why did you bring him up? See, that's why.
Okay, hold on.
The way that we are right now is like,
Hold on.
one of us is about to find out that two of
Who's
us are
the real
fucking the other
father?
one.
Who's the real father?
So,
Angel's been fucking Russell, and we're about to. I don't know.
that's...
It's I don't know. It's not
Chris,
weird. It's totally okay. with
Okay,
you guys.
hold on. You were born in Florida. How long did you live in Florida for?
I mean, like, fuck of a long time.
Long time?
Like,
Then,
yeah,
where was-
no, and then I
when you
went
moved-
to. I did stand up then. Then I went to LA to. Do
Well,
stand-up
before
for
you
a
did
little
stand
while,
up,
and,
like away from stand up,
yeah.
how long did you live in Florida, and where was the first place you moved to when you moved?
I mean, well, I went to college.
College? Where'd you go to
in
college?
North Florida, Gainesville, the University of Florida. They call it
Okay.
the fucking Seminoles.
What was that like? What was that like?
Florida State.
I mean, it was kind of like I don't give a shit about that stuff at all.
You don't...
I was playing music. I was just like there,
Okay.
We care, especially
yeah.
how much was it worth it to you to go to
I
college?
wasn't going to college. I mean, I was going to college classes, but I was doing acid and mushrooms all the time and like smoking pot all the
You were in a
time.
band?
Oh, okay.
And I was like playing music and just but I wasn't like I don't do ordinary shit.
You didn't enjoy the college experience at all?
I mean, I enjoyed hanging out with friends and playing music and stuff like that, and I enjoyed
You were
doing-
so was it
drugs
a waste
and
of time
thinking-
and money,
good
or
drugs. Good drugs. These guys know about good drugs.
was it a waste of time and money, or
No.
No, it was good.
It was good.
Oh, it was good,
I mean,
okay.
I got the degree.
Okay.
What
Oh,
was
really?
the degree? What was the degree?
Aerospace engineer. No. No, sociology.
Sociology?
Of course.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
But then I later went back and got like, I guess the equivalent of half an engineering degree. So that's when I ended up being a calculus tutor at a college. But that was some other shit. That was years and years later.
So you actually went
After-
back because you
after a
like it
couple
so
bands
much. Okay.
and stuff.
You were a calculus teacher?
Tutor. Big difference.
Okay.
Big difference.
Okay.
So were you in as you are now when you were tutoring? Or
Yeah. I was wearing
your
this stuff.
parents-
The clothes would slowly deteriorate. They didn't object for 3 years until the last 6 months, and then parents apparently complained at the college. They had they had the fucking show the new student at college day or whatever, and they apparently were doing
Orientation.
that while I was on lunch break one day, just eating like Pop-Tarts and a soda, and like just a quick bite to eat before I ran back in to the computer lab to do math. And they fucking, I guess there was, they have the whole group of people, and I see the person outside the window going like pointing into that's the computer lab. I can't hear what they're saying, but they're like, that's the computer lab. And then I see some of the parents go, "Who the fuck is that guy?" Like to me.
And you were a tutor?
And I'm like, yeah, but I'm inside, so I don't hear what they're saying, but I could see frowning looks. I'm like, "Who's that?" And they're, she's like, saying, he works there.
How many of
He
the-
does.
How many of the
That kind
kids
shit
that you
or
tutored got A's?
I mean, it's not like that. It's just
Eights?
like people,
They're
people go in and would ask, "How the fuck do you do this integral? How do you do this derivative? What the fuck is this? My teacher sucks." And like we would explain.
They would say that you suck?
No, the teacher.
Oh, you're the teacher. My bad. Sorry.
We're just sitting in a computer lab like this.
Yeah.
But with a table where you can do math,
Yeah.
and people would come up. They would come running.
See, it's
And they
typical.
would go, well, how? And they would say number 17 on the fucking this book.
It's fitting that you
tough.
are into math so much because everybody knows that math is where the comedy is.
I mean, it does help. I mean, that's not a joke. Like, it's seriously, if you guys are actual comedians, like, you're gonna want to learn math.
I'm not a comedian.
Seriously, Simpsons writers, fucking any number of great comedians and great writers, the mathematics, logical syllogisms, manipulation of premises,
Right.
manipulation of information. You're going to want to know math.
I'm not,
Hell yeah.
I'm not very good at math. I despise math.
I mean, a lot of people do because it's taught like shit. It's really, they really suck.
I don't understand or give a fuck that 13 is Y when it's next to A.
What was the college
I get-
again? What was it called?
Well, where I was working was Santa Fe Community College,
Santa
which is
Fe
like,
Community College. Was that in Florida? You said?
yeah.
Okay.
What drove you into comedy?
Did you get somebody drove you to comedy?
No, I wasn't thinking of a stupid wordplay thing. I was thinking of why
was
the
trying to
fuck,
move
what
the
kind of
thing along.
fucking this.
I didn't know.
So what got you into comedy?
Yeah.
We only have 40 minutes.
Perils of this stupid existence and the society that should be totally deconstructed and reassembled in a much better format. Comedy is a way to say these things without getting crucified. As of yet, it may happen.
Word
I
for
hope
Jesus.
it doesn't happen. But it's one of those. Yeah, you know, I say things on stage that cannot be said in polite company
In
or
a serious
impolite company.
setting, perhaps.
I don't
In
think
any
I've
setting.
ever hung out-
If I say the shit, people will find fault.
I don't think I've ever hung out with you outside of an open mic.
Well, I've had the pleasure
Right.
once on New
Oh, you
Year's
know, I'm
Eve.
stupid. I've hung out with you plenty of times at Adolph's when we go there. But that's not
Yeah.
really hanging out because
No,
I
I
know
don't
you're
know
not.
why you guys want to go there because I
yeah.
hate karaoke, but you guys love karaoke,
Yeah.
and like I'll go there to hang out, but you don't hang out because it's so loud of stupid people singing,
Yeah.
and it's just like terribly because it's karaoke.
So
And they
you would
just-
never do karaoke?
So we
huh?
can't talk. No, but I
would
have
never
to
do
explain this to you guys, like because like
Hey.
I sang in actual bands. I wrote.
He's
right,
too-
that's why I hate karaoke so
Chris
much.
is too
Write your own fucking songs.
Chris is
sing
too-
your own fucking songs.
He's too modest to tell you, but he's a world-class partner at
No,
music trivia. We got 7th place on New Year's Eve.
No, yeah. See, that's the thing too. That's one of the things I was going to explain to you the other night. Like when he was saying, like, "Oh, you fucking knew most of the answers to the music trivia." Yeah, I've been a musician for 30 something years.
And you should be good at music trivia.
When you're a musician, like even with the community, you're gonna learn about dog shit. There's a big pile of dog shit, and at the top of it, there's some good shit. But most of everything. So yeah, I can play this. I can play drums to every Christina Aguilera song.
Really?
Just even if the ones I haven't heard before.
Yeah.
I can listen to it once and be like, this is a joke. This is sorry as fuck. But that's just how most music is. Basic,
Right.
dumb fucking shit.
So
like, yeah. So when it comes, he's like, wow, you know that song? Yeah, I know a lot of shitty
He's very
songs.
cultured.
Well, see, we haven't had a chance to hang out.
true.
We don't know these things.
I know,
about
I'm
you.
such a bitch.
Do you? No, dude, not even.
No, but that's why I do. I hate everything. That's part of why I'm a comedian.
I hate everything
guess.
too.
He's a
I was
ball
going
of
to
fun.
Say it.
But I know
Yeah,
that was one of the
you don't
reasons
just say
why.
that.
That's one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on, just because we don't.
I'm a dick.
You are a dick, but I'm an asshole, so it's all right.
All right.
Be who you are. But we just wanted to. I wanted to get it.
This is so funny, this format. Like, Bachelor number one.
Yeah,
I love
Yeah.
it.
If
I
the,
want to know if Rafa. has
Rafa's
anything.
gonna win.
My question is this. How do you call your lifestyle and what turns you into your lifestyle? Meaning the way you go through life nowadays. I don't know for how many years you've done it, but obviously your aspect, your philosophy in life, all the stuff that have turned you into someone that is not like what we call a regular person per se. You know what I'm talking about,
yeah,
right?
oh yeah, I love
Okay.
it, totally.
Can you give us a little more explanation on that? Because that's very fascinating to me.
I mean, like I said, it's so. But that's what kind of like you said, an ordinary person. Like that's what they wonder. They're like, what the fuck? But that's. So yeah, it would be like
What's the name
reading a lot of
what's the
books.
name of the lifestyle?
reading a lot of books, talking to a lot of smart people, didn't know a lot about a lot of different things, asking a lot of questions, and thinking a lot, and then eventually, yeah, smoking some pot, doing some mushrooms and acid, and thinking about the world, not just because I'm a fucking nerd. So you fucking nerd out on shit, and you solve certain aspects. You recognize certain things about society and and the natural world, and you see what's bullshit or what you think is bullshit and what you think is legitimate to whatever degree, and you kind of keep doing the things you think are worthwhile and abandon the things that you don't think are worthwhile. So that happened like step by step.
But does it have a name? Does your lifestyle has a name?
I mean, people would call it, you're just a fucking homeless guy. That's what they would say. Like,
Nah, but you see, I don't believe in that. That's bullshit. You're homeless. You own 2 homes, 2 houses.
That one, I sold one of them.
Okay, just one.
But again,
you see, that's
the
what I'm
joke
talking
was
about.
both the houses are worth less than your car. So like they aren't actual homes. I built a shack by the railroad tracks.
The Love Shack.
I built it,
But that's what I'm saying. Your lifestyle is by choice.
Very different.
It's by choice. You basically design this. What you look like, what you wear, how do you go through life.
It's very different.
It's different compared to the norm. That's what I'm saying. That's
what I'm trying to do. Because I hate the normal environment, the normal social environment, the normal.
Does it have a classification? Does it have a name? Does people more?
No, I mean people would say different things. Some people would say hippie or bohemian or homeless or whatever, but none of it applies to what the fuck I'm doing.
I wouldn't say. I would never say hippie about you. No,
but it's like it's.
I mean, you cannot find it on the war, maybe, but
I don't even feel the need to classify it as a thing.
When did you have that transition? Like, what were your parents like? What did they try to raise you like? And when did you like switch up?
It was pretty average. People would say, and I'm sure family and friends would say, like, yeah, he fucking is somewhat. He thinks differently. Whatever they thought I was a little bit smart about certain things or whatever. And so they would say, yeah, he figured shit out differently. Most people don't want to or don't. And like they, Did you
do like normal kid stuff? Like they put you like in sports?
Yeah, played like video games, and I didn't like it. And then, I played video games, and then I played a lot of video games.
At what age do you switch from the norm?
Well, it's not like a light switch.
Since you were a teenager,
but I would say that by about age 20, I was doing a lot. I was smoking a lot of pot, doing a lot of acid.
Did music have a lot to do with it too?
I mean, music definitely plays a role in that sense because you're like playing music, so. You smoke a lot of pot. Other people are tripping balls because you write better music if you're tripping balls.
That's for sure. That's where the inspiration comes from.
It's one of those things. But so in that sense, though, yeah. I mean, when you start writing stuff or whatever, and in general, I mean, again, it's for me. I don't know what it's like for other people. I haven't. That's a philosophical like.
So when you moved out of Florida for the first time, where did you move to?
To LA.
To LA. How old are you? Around what age when you moved to
It was 2018.
18. So that wasn't that long ago at all. Yeah.
No.
So you lived in Florida for a long time.
Yeah, I was doing stand up in Florida for 5 years or whatever in a college town. This is similar to this college town.
So most of your life was in Florida.
Yeah, but
I didn't know that.
But most of it was in that college town.
Okay.
As opposed to just ordinaryville, suburban, whatever. Middle class, ordinary, where all the ordinary people are.
Lubbock is ordinary.
In a way, but I'll say this: like college towns have a lot of cool aspects because there are more smart people, and there are more what people would call cultured people who like music and comedy and shit like that. Now, most people don't, but there are collections of those sorts of people.
What was the comedy scene like in Florida when you
in that college town? It was pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I mean, it's small like this, but still pretty good.
And that was like when you first started out there.
That's when I was first started doing stand up, but again, I had been writing and I had been yelling in metal bands and hardcore bands for 20 years or whatever by the time.
How old were you when you started the band stuff?
Like, I mean, I played music before, but the first band where I could say like, yeah, friends of mine and I actually built a original music that we liked, and thought was whatever that we liked was like 19 or something like that. Nice. But yeah, once you start writing shit, like I don't know, like he's written for a long time, but you guys are kind of new. But once you start writing shit, you get into what you like to write, I guess, and there's and it shows in the writing. I don't know.
I think your personality eventually comes out after a certain amount of time, and if you haven't you kind of figure out where you want to take it, how you want to take it, and who you want to be up there, and.
Well, but
this is like ordinary. This is like you just read that in a fucking book. Like,
no, that's what I was about to say.
Your first day of writing, or whatever. It's,
I think
we read a book.
No, I didn't read any book.
No, but you know what I mean. Like that kind of. It's so
I get what
It's
you're
like you just got out of a fucking, like you both just walked out of a fucking
Me? What did I
1980s
say?
television commercial.
What did I say?
Like, and you're like,
Hold on.
so
I'm
what
the same
is
age
the,
as
Hold on. Let me backtrack this because
Yeah.
I discourage anybody that wants to nowadays that wants to be like, oh, I want to do stand-up comedy. Fuck that. I don't think anybody should want to do stand-up comedy because it's kind of cringe. It's kind of It's not.
mean, why not?
Most people are not even funny.
soon there's going to be a video game Guitar Hero style for
Yeah, for
comedy.
comedy, yeah. But the
Not
best
like
advice
it,
that I was given is that like you're not gonna be shit for like 5-10 years.
Yeah, see, that's what people
And
say.
I like that. I like that.
But they
Because people try to be
people-
into it early and be like, "Oh, I'm finding my voice, whatever." No,
people like to blow the whistle on people. That's what they like the control of the people. They like to go, and just ignore them all.
Yeah.
Ignore everybody that says shit like that.
yeah,
You could walk on stage your first day and fucking say spectacular shit, and a comedy club will fucking make you a regular at that comedy club the first day. And I'm not even joking. That has happened at major
good, you're
comedy
good.
clubs in New York and LA before. Somebody's they know themselves well. They get on stage and they fucking shit all over
I've-
the place. And whoever the booker is like, that's what we like. Even though you don't know the ropes yet, you know the
You learn
most
them.
important, hardest part. So fucking, so yeah, it's just, but yeah, it doesn't matter. So no, there's no rules. And then, yeah, someone could do stand up for 480 years and they'd still be wearing a Texas Tech hat.
Amen.
It's just,
I love Texas Tech.
that's some ordinary shit.
No,
Oh, but, okay. So Rafa was asking you kind of like, what is your like thing? I feel like he kind of just looks like a metalhead. Or like when I was, because I'm from like LA too. You said you moved to LA, and that's where I grew up at. So there's a lot of people who kind of just have like either like a punk.
I
they
mean,
look
when I
punk
was there,
rock,
I didn't see
metalhead.
anybody. People, hey,
They're either
that
like
was
a
the
punk
weirdest part.
rocker, or a metalhead, or like a
That's what I
gangster.
would've thought. But like people there, when I was there, they were like, they looked at me
Even there.
the same way that people looked at me in the most traditional, rural, conservative parts of the country. LA people were still like the same sort of shit. Like, but yeah, whatever. That's part of the shit.
so we just got the 5-minute mark. I gotta.
Oh, really? Already?
Oh, man.
I gotta say, if you were a guitar player, or say, would you mind playing a little bit for us, and so on and so on. But I would love it if you would tell one of your more vile, perverse, hated jokes that you haven't told on open mic, like your most.
Well,
Your favorite joke.
I mean, again, like, dude,
One in
just
the
go to my
chamber.
YouTube channel. There's 16 stand-up albums and 3 video half-hour special things or whatever, live things. And I'm trying to do more of those. And so much stuff. My material, as many comics will say, my material isn't like just like a one-liner kind
Yeah,
of
but you
thing.
gotta
can
have one
just
in the
do.
chamber.
Oh, but I do. I've got many. of
Okay,
them.
well then we're trying to build our stuff. It's like just share with our audience that we're trying to build one of your
Oh.
best jokes.
The stuff that I had, it would really upset
Upset 'em.
parents are watching this.
Just
Seems like the sort of, it seems like the sort of
don't
thing
care
you
what
show
the
your
parents
Time
parents.
is money.
It also seems like he shows his parents this.
Dance. Come on.
He sends the link to his mom and dad and aunt and uncle, and he's
You're
like,
killing your own
"Look
time
at
with
what
the
I'm
liner."
doing. Look at what I'm." This is my joke.
Okay.
This is
No.
I'm-
Oh, sorry.
No,
I'm just kidding.
I don't know, man. Like, cause it's not going to be well received. One of the things you should learn about comedy is never do that.
Never ask a comedian to tell a joke.
Right? Yes.
Yes.
And fucking podcasts. What the fuck?
Podcasts are pretty gay. Podcasts are gay.
No, they're just. I mean, they were overdone 15 years ago.
I just wanted to
It's
see you do a
very
joke.
overrated. It's like every comedian, everybody that's
Yeah, dude. In LA,
thinks
it
they're cool,
was
everybody
like
has to have their
everybody had-
podcast.
It was like,
I'm
just do
just
stand up.
experimenting.
Just do a lot of stand up. But
Exactly.
people don't want to, and I don't know. They want to. Yeah, you guys
What do you
probably want
got
to be
planned?
famous.
Yeah, I get you. I don't like. I'm anti-celebrity. I'm anti.
No,
Every
hey, I
rich
love
people-
celebrities. I love fucking
me too,
celebrities.
yeah. Well, you got anything planned for like
No, I'm-
2025, whatever? What do you got
I
going
know
on?
exactly what you're doing.
I'm just fucking. I just write stand up. I try it out. I try to record it. I get it when I get it the way I want it. Then I put it out, and like that's all I keep doing like that for like So that's what I'm going to try to do in 2025. What are your plans for the calendar year?
Yeah.
Fiscal third quarter, are you planning on becoming a millionaire by
2026.
getting super popular? No, I'm planning on every government on earth falling.
We'll see.
That even
that.
turned just
I think we'll get there one day. I hope so.
Yeah. Primetime is about to be America's coach.
Who?
The world's going to fall.
Who?
I'll tell you that next time.
Prime time? Oh, okay. Fuck. No, but yeah. So, again, I actually do have jokes that I'm saving for morning television, though. So I could be like, hey,
I
you
wouldn't
guys
wanna
want to
waste
hear an actual one-liner that I wrote?
Yeah.
It's against America. Are you sure?
You want to say goodbye to
Really sure
Hoda?
you want to hear this? Your kid's eating breakfast. You want him to hear this? He's never going to go to school again.
You would finally
He's
have
not going to join the army.
You would have a
He's
presidential
going to
army.
realize how evil the army is.
Dude, you know how many views we've gotten on this what we're doing already, man?
2.
So much, dude. It's,
Oh, okay.
it's overwhelming.
My shit gets 2 views.
I'm just kidding. We haven't even released anything yet.
Okay. Well,
I don't know. Are we gonna?
no, that's
just have, like,
the
America
era of
is.
the internet. It doesn't matter. It's what
Well, we're gonna be
whoever
anti-internet.
whoever pays Google gets fucking views.
But we're like anti-internet.
That's how
We're not
it
even
is.
gonna release. We're just gonna keep all this footage for no reason. We're not even gonna release it.
I mean, that's possible too.
We're gonna put it in a time capsule. We're gonna put it in a time
Yeah,
capsule.
yeah, in 1,000 years, and now from now, kangaroos will find it and open it up and watch
Kangaroo.
it, and
Yeah.
Not give a
they'll
fuck.
box the fucking TV screen, and it'll be all for naught,
Yeah.
man. Podcasts are so
Podcast.
Lame.
I don't know. I just
No, I
Thank you for doing
no. I
one.
mean, they're fine. They're fine for me. I'm cool to do them. I like doing them. I'll do them. I don't like doing one myself.
Okay.
Because it's just like,
That would be against everything you believe in.
I mean, it wouldn't be like a podcast. It would just be me talking to the camera,
Yeah.
which I would feel like a fucking reality show person.
Which is what you do every week at Lantern Tavern. Anyways,
But that's on stage. That's like
Yeah.
stand up. That's a little bit different.
Okay.
Which we're about to go do in a little while, and I got to try a bunch of new material that probably won't work, but might. But there probably not going to be any people there because like most people don't like stand up comedy.
I've seen you do really good at Lantern Tavern a couple of times, man.
Oh.
You're like a.
Oh.
You have your like.
Y'all wrote such a
You have your
an
days,
amazing.
because sometimes you're just yelling at everybody, and then some days
That's part of stand-up for me. That's part of stand-up.
That's for everybody too. A lot of people.
And I should say that I'm headlining the show in Odessa, Texas
okay,
this
I didn't know
Saturday.
Yeah.
When's that?
Yeah, some guy, one of the comics there, asked me to headline. It's at the 69th Street Hitchin Post in Odessa, Texas, this Saturday at 8 p.m. Adam, you know Adam, but yeah, he asked me to do the show, and
Oh yeah.
and I was like, and he asked me to headline the show because he's one of the. There's occasionally a comic that really likes my stuff. Most comics are like, get him out of here, don't let him on the show. But occasionally there's a comic that really likes my stuff and will put me on, but it's rare. And then there's comics that like, you guys are okay with my stuff, and he's
like your
defending
stuff.
me. He's cool.
I
He's
told you since I met you, I like your stuff.
Tell you the truth, Heist, the first time I met you, I'm like, no, hell no, there's no fucking way. Because to tell you the truth, and I have always talked to the younger comedians and tell them, hey,
Yeah.
I want you to look good, be presentable, look your best. Yeah, whether you like it or not, you represent Lubbock when you're on stage. You see what I'm saying? we wanted a good image of the
Oh, yeah,
comedians
and I'm
instead
a
of
bad
looking
image,
like
but
someone
yeah.
who just got off
Yeah.
the streets. You see what I'm saying? And then you show up and I'm like, oh no, that's completely the opposite of what I'm looking for. What the fuck?
Yeah,
And
'cause, yeah,
then I
it's-
saw the genius of what you do on
shit, thank
stage,
you.
and it's like,
I don't
oh
think it's
shit,
that, but thank you.
this guy is
It's different.
It's like you're like an
completely different.
anarchist, man, like style.
you
That's-
you
it's-
really have
that's
very
pretty cool.
strong beliefs in your philosophy in life, and I really appreciate that. And that's reflected in your comedy, and also how you manipulate the people's when you're on stage, how you make them think and look at things in different ways, and how sometimes you make them hate themselves.
You make people.
That might just be me like getting stuff out, like wanting them
the
to like.
sarcastic, ugly shit that you throw out there. It's just genius to tell you.
I
the truth. I
appreciate
love
it. But most people don't. So like, it's cool. I appreciate when comics actually like it. But like most, as you've seen, a number of the people who've hosted shows throughout. I've done stand up in many states, and I've been banned from many shows because mics the person
Because
who's
your
running it.
stream views
just
that,
didn't
that,
want-
that doesn't help.
Yeah, but they would just say you're not funny. and that's the whole thing.
And that's bullshit, right?
But that's how comics will find. That's just one of the things that happens. That a lot of it is personality. I've seen even major clubs in major cities, like amazing comics, be like, this is trash, get it out of here. And then the dumbest dog shit be like, sign them today. And it's just like, all right, it's subjective, or it's based on worldview, ideology,
I believe it's marketing, to tell you the truth.
What?
I believe it's part of that is marketing. It's hard to market someone like you.
Oh, no, I don't mean me. I just mean it just in general.
I mean, compared to other comedians who, like you say, this is dog shit, but at the same time has a little attraction to you can sell that.
It's how people are, though. The business owners, whatever. If you wanted to have a place, if you opened up your own comedy club, you would book the comedians that you thought represented you or that you liked or whatever, and people that you thought was against whatever you do or didn't fit or mesh with the style.
And also the population that, sometimes that kind of audience requires a certain kind of comedian, because otherwise there'll be a conflict right there big time. You know what I mean? You're going to have a negative reaction.
From that kind of different audiences too. I mean, clubs a lot of times are tourist audiences, so like that's different. But like some places, there's regular people that want to see weird, fucked up shit, and like that. And that's some of the greatest clubs have that too. But like, most open mics around the country are run by fucking evil bastards, and like a couple of cool ones, but most, and that's why I say also, if somebody's running an open mic, most likely they don't give a shit about stand-up. They like power, they like controlling these fuckers, telling them what they can and can't say, telling them what to do, making them wait to sign up, all that sort of bullshit. They love just having power over
That's
people.
why I want to run an open mic.
Okay, so like you'll find it, like some people are cool. I've met a few really cool, Morgan's cool, in this town, and like fucking a couple other people, one person in Florida that was cool, one person in Arizona that was cool. But most people who run shit, that's what they're about, running shit. Comedy is just the vehicle for them to run shit and boss people around and fucking have like some stupid weight and status that they fucking exploit for their own stupid domineering impulses. It sucks.
Yeah.
But
that's my goal. That's what I'm trying to get to.
No,
myself.
It's common.
Because if you want to partner up, we can both take over everything.
No.
You sure?
I'm not into controlling the galaxy, Vader.
Man, well,
I don't want the fucking. But that's important for comics to know about, because like a lot of comics should totally put up with that bullshit from people, and they shouldn't at all. And like, I've only run across one super cool. They were running a mic at a pizza place, family restaurant, and like I show up first time, and I'm like, it's a fucking family audience. Like there's like 40 people there with just families, kids, and everything. And I just go on this fucking thing of like, America's killing kids just like you overseas. And like, and the parents are like, oh, and they all leave. And like, and there's the fucking restaurant owner is like, we can't have shit like this on the stage afterwards. And the comic who was, to his credit, comic who's running the show goes, all right, cool. We're going to need to find a different venue. Thank you very much. And they immediately didn't know me, didn't care. The fact that they tried to censor them at all. All right, we got to find a different venue.
Yeah, I don't believe in censorship. When it comes to comedy, I believe it should be no holds barred. Everything else.
But that's the thing. Like, but most people would have just been like, most people who run shows and most comics would have been like, nah, just fuck this guy. He's not allowed to do this. We're still doing it.
Yeah, we're still doing the show.
But that was actually two people, a couple. They gave a shit in Tampa, and but that is a very rare exception to the rule. The rule is get the fuck out of here, get off my stage. Like, I wouldn't be surprised, and I told Adam this, like when I go on Odessa on Saturday, like it's very likely that the bar owner is going to kick me off stage at a certain point. That's just how it happens. It's happened to me before. Like 20 minutes into an hour set, the guy's like, get the fuck off my stage in Phoenix, Arizona. It doesn't happen often, but it happens.
Someone gave you an hour in
Speaking
Phoenix,
of Odessa,
I've done it multiple times.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Speaking of Odessa, I think we might have to introduce Heist to Ojos Locos.
Oh yeah, that was a nice spot. Shout out to all the chicks
Thank
at
you,
Ojos
Ojos
Locos.
Locos.
Thank you for having us. That was a lot of fun for
Muchas
us.
gracias.
Muchas gracias, definitely.
So
It's a bar, kind of like a Hooters, but a Spanish version,
Peaks.
Mexican version, where they have Mexican music
Is this
and a
in
lot of
Lubbock
Mexican
or
girls
Midland?
with
Odessa.
Oh, okay,
bikinis
that's
or
the one you
whatever.
guys went to. The
So-
new
yeah,
bar. There's a new mic there.
So we went to.
Now, was it a very, very? Would you say?
We had a great show. Everybody did well. There was
no.
the
But I
audience.
mean, like again, everybody could do well, and then I go on and they throw bottles.
Well,
Like,
you-
would I have bottles thrown at me? Or
No,
No,
that's a good
no.
spot for you.
Odessa,
It's called Woody's. Woody's.
Odessa's a tough town.
Well, yeah, Midland. I've done Midland show every month that we do.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, Odessa's totally different
for
than Midland.
many months, and it's okay. Odessa's right next to it, but it's totally different.
Totally different. So
It's
the-
an oil town. They're both oil
but
town,
see,
right?
The oil
They're all
comes out
ExxonMobil
of,
employees.
the oil comes out of Odessa. The money's made in Midland.
Oh, okay. So it's the workers and the owners.
Yes.
Yeah, but you got more
Okay.
Mexicans
Well,
in
I'm
Odessa.
fucking,
so-
I shit on the owners all the
Oh
time.
yeah. They'll love you.
So-
They will
Totally
love you over
different.
there.
But again, you know how America is. They're brainwashed to love their captors.
No, it's
The
a good.
Stockholm syndrome is
Woody's
induced
a
by
good-
corporate America, like via the TV and the internet.
I was completely taken aback by how cool the experience was in
Cool.
Odessa.
Hell yeah! No, I mean, like I said, I'm going to try, but I figure the
Almost
same thing. It
locals.
could have happened in Midland too, but it didn't yet.
Not yet.
But yeah, but it was also these are small crowds. Maybe in Odessa there's like 20 people there. But again, yeah, there was 20 people there in Phoenix, and the guy was like, "Get the fuck out!" There's 20 people there in fucking Bisbee. He's like, "Get the fuck out!" There's it's like it's just the way it is.
As long as you're
It's
wearing
some-
zapatos, I don't think Ojos Locos cares.
But I mean, yeah. But yeah, if anybody out there, when this airs totally before this Saturday, and it's Wednesday now, which it's not going to air before that, right?
No,
Yeah, we're gonna
So-
like if right
So
after.
yeah, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Like, but yeah.
Now you want to plug in your YouTube channels and tell them
Yeah, I mean, just
Chris
look up
Heist,
Chris
whatever
Heist
else,
on
.com
YouTube.
or whatever.
I mean, maybe if you search Chris Heist in quotes and then stand-up comedy, you'll see one of the videos, and you click on one of the videos, and then you'll see the page itself, and you can see the list of videos. There's a lot of videos, and then a lot of the audio albums I put up as a video. On
Kill
the
Tony
YouTube channel.
experience. You got pulled. He got pulled from that
Yeah.
Kill Tony show.
I
Right?
mean,
a couple times.
The Kill Tony show.
That stuff's kind of good sometimes.
No, but the way you called it that. Yeah. No, it was many years ago when I was living in Los Angeles doing stand up there. Yeah, it was awesome. They're fucking cool, and it was fun, and fuck yeah, and yeah, it's but yeah, it was like 5 years ago or something. I guess 6
All right.
now. But
Anything else?
but yeah, I mean, I don't even know like what time is it, because
What time is it really? Well,
I'm such a dick about everything.
Good
Like,
idea.
and this is did you guys do this
forgot
last
my
time
phone
like
over
this? Did you guys do this like?
We vary.
You got to put a partition between you and then like give each other handies and see like, do I want to go out again with this guy?
it depends if it's 3 or 4 people. If there's 3, we'll use those chairs. If there's 4, we'll try to make use the space.
We'll get a couch.
Yeah.
We'll work on getting a couch.
There was a couple of shows for you
I
too. It was
don't
only
care.
me and the guests, and that was it.
Oh, okay.
So it varies.
Okay. Hell yeah.
They added me to pull in talent like you.
Hell yeah. I mean, I'll do, like I said, I'll do people's podcasts. I just don't want to do my own, really. It's
No, I wouldn't watch that.
no, nobody should. Nobody watches anybody's podcast anymore.
I don't watch anybody.
Nobody even watches the biggest podcast anymore.
I don't
They're
even like
tired.
podcasts,
Every
honestly.
podcast is like, what? Like the cool thing, at least about Tony's shows, is a fucking show. It's like different. It's not just an interview. It's not just a whatever. But like, but in general, it's like, yeah, podcasts are like, again, they were like, it was. I mean, but again, I get annoyed with shit before other people do. I have found. Hopefully not. I hope that's not the case. I wanted podcasts to end in 2012, but they didn't. Because people like that shit. That's the thing. Way more people like, and people have probably talked about this already. Way more people like podcasts than they do stand up. Stand ups requires attention, requires thinking. Podcast, you just sit back and be like, this is just like I'm stoned with my friends, not really paying attention to what they're doing. I don't have to, I'm just chilling vicariously, which is fake as fuck, like that Twitch bullshit. You're not really hanging out with people. But,
Not wrong
but yeah,
there.
but people love an easy medium, like an easy thing. Just sitting back, I've heard musicians, more eclectic musicians talk about it like most people like what they call background, just shit that's just on. they're not appreciating the music with any degree of complexity. They're not fucking like enjoying it. They're not thinking about doing anything with it. They're not playing drums to it or guitar or, appreciating the depth of the fucking
I get what you're saying.
whatever.
Like using music just as a background.
It's just like, there's just some.
But there is people like that though that don't actually really like music. They just use it because it's there, and that's kind of psychotic.
But there are people who use
kind of crazy.
There are people who use that music like that. People who use TV, movies. They just want something on, just so they don't have to.
If you're not
think.
a real fan of music, you're a psychopath.
Not only that, you don't have to feel alone or lonely.
Yeah, that too. But it's not just a lonely thing. It's like, I think it's really and it's not that they don't want to think because they're going to think such. No, they don't like thinking. Like I saw it the other night. I mean, it's that trivia shit and the karaoke shit. It's fucking. No. For dumb people,
You're the only one not having fun.
I know I'm that dick, but understand my point is that the when people are there, it's like summer camp. When you go to summer camp when you're a kid, they just this is this activity. Now we're on to the next activity. Strict schedule, rigid schedule, activity after bullshit activity. No freedom to do what the fuck you want. It's just and most people don't want the freedom to do what the fuck they want. Sadly, they should, but they don't. They just want, what's the next plate? Okay, now we do this. Okay, now we do that. Because they're just not that
like
bright.
A zombie being guided.
Right. And like in a free society, you would have people that just like, you can do whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want. But it's like, and in that sense, a lot of people do like a Twitch sort of life. Like even when they're doing other shit, like, let's do trivia. Let's play board games. People play fucking board games. How sad is that fucking bullshit? That's like an at-home karaoke or something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's just you being a dick.
Yes,
but
that's what I am.
Because you don't like something, that doesn't mean that people who
it's
enjoy
not because I don't like it. It's because it's a simple
I hear what
cookie
you're
cutter
saying.
thing that prevents you from having an actual conversation with people. To be like, do you realize we live in a corporate dictatorship? We should overthrow this piece of shit, but you can't because you're like,
You're so
1,
distracted.
2, 3,
You're so
4,
distracted
5.
and
You're prevented from
confused.
ever getting like it's even before distraction. You're prevented from even getting to the point where you would have independent thoughts that could be distracted from. The whole thing is like you're raised to be like, play board games, then do karaoke, go out, go to a thing, and
so look, I relate to you about being like anti almost everything because the way I see it, I agree.
I ain't taking everything.
No, like not anti everything, but you said you don't like a lot of things, right? But
I like I don't like cookie cutter things like that.
Hold
that
on,
prevent,
let me-
like okay.
So like, for what I'm trying to say is that when it comes to like, especially like pop culture or anything that's cool, like music and hip hop or what this cool trends or style is, or with comedy or anything like that, I usually don't like it. It's because I don't see originality. Everybody's trying to see what they see on the screen. Everybody's trying to mimic. Everybody's a copy of a copy.
Right,
I
there's a
rarely
lot of
see
that.
any originality, which you kind of carry a lot of originality, and you've already been talking about how like you just kind of like fuck everything that's cool.
Well, yeah,
you know what I mean?
I was just talking about it. That's why people don't. I would argue that's one of the causal mechanisms of why people don't have much originality is because they're put in this track of this little coaster that takes them through.
And it's comforting for them. Like,
Well, it is
like you said,
because it's very easy.
Things that
It's
are different.
If you were at a group of 8 people at a table and you just got nothing and you just got to fucking talk, most people, even if they could do that, they'd rather have some sort of activity going on that we could fucking participate in. Even if they, okay, sorry, there's going to be no activity. We're just going to have some drinks and talk. Even then, the talk would be what people call elementary talk, like boring shit. Like, oh, the weather. Yeah. Oh, yeah, how's your family doing? Fuck. Nobody would really get into shit because they wouldn't want to rock the boat or whatever.
They don't want to conflict.
And people learn to avoid conflict, to avoid thinking anything that might lead to conflict, all that sort of shit. So it ends up just being, even if there's not one of those distracting activities, but I think those distracting activities really play a role in the authoritarian structure of our stupid society. And and they play that pre-distraction role, I would say, so that the people will never get the freedom and grow the independence and originality themselves to the point where they will have like thoughts that piss people off or thoughts that are just new and different. Even if it doesn't piss people off, it's just new and different because they were.
There's the entertainment aspect, and then there's the consumer. You know what I mean? And most people, like 99.9 fucking percent of us, are the persons us we're on our phones looking at the person doing stand up or listening to people
Right.
play music, watching someone on TV,
Right. That's
all of that
so
stuff.
yeah.
And people are like, they know that's who we are as a society, so they're gonna just keep milking that and milking that.
But that's the thing. People would ask me, why don't you like doing karaoke? Because I go on stage and sing my own songs.
Yeah.
Like it would be like why doesn't Tiger Woods like playing golf in a fucking video game or something? Like maybe he does. He's in the fucking game. But like you know what I mean? Like if he was a low level, not super fit, but he was still semi pro, whatever. You know, like why does a fucking Tom Brady doesn't play foosball? I mean, he probably does too. He's stupid as fuck. But like if in general. You know, you get what I'm saying? Why would somebody do a way simpler version of something that they do like very, very differently? Why would they want to do some same shit? Karaoke is for people that don't sing already.
Yeah.
Trivia is for people that don't think. I don't know. It's for people that don't like sports or music or whatever. It's for people with a very general knowledge or whatever. I don't know.
So you're talking about Tiger Woods playing a video game. That's actually going on right now as we speak, where Tiger Woods and his golf club company are playing in simulators.
Yeah.
With other.
Again, it's for him to make money.
Yeah,
he'll fucking do it.
But they're playing a
on
video
his
game.
own spare
They're not
time.
playing golf on a regular course. They're playing in a simulator.
Or would he go? Would he go and play with some stupid little plastic thing and on a
Or mini
countertop?
golf. How about
No,
mini
I mean, he
golf?
might play mini golf because that's a thing or whatever. But would it? You know,
It's like
the overall point. It doesn't require an apt analogy. It just requires the knowledge that that you wouldn't do. Yeah, like it would be really boring for whatever. Someone who was one of the musicians in that trivia to sit there and listen to that. I mean, just musicians in general. Like I said, when you've written your own songs, you pick up everybody else's dog shit along the way. Like you just hear it because you know what's on, what people are thinking.
Yeah.
And the sorry ass music.
What would you
most
say?
people listen
Like
to.
I
do come off very negative.
How about this? How about this?
I don't care, but like
let me build
they probably do.
let me build a scenario for you. I'm pretty sure you have a favorite band or favorite
Handful,
musicians.
yeah.
I'm not gonna ask what they are. What would you do? You walk into a
matter.
bar one day and your favorite musician is on stage doing someone else's song in karaoke. How would you?
Yeah,
feel
they
about
had some dumb bullshit.
some dumb bullshit. Yeah.
I'd be like, why is
I
he
don't
doing
listen to
that?
you.
Did somebody pay him a lot of money to do that? Because that's the only reason.
and you're
I
like,
think
I'm
they
not
would.
listening to your music anymore, buddy.
No, it's
I know,
not like
I know.
that. But
I'm just
I would say he must be too drunk, or somebody is giving him a mind control drug or something. Or
There you go.
He's
Yeah.
fucking. He's
That's
been
why
zapped.
when I do karaoke, I think somebody, because I always drink before I do karaoke, and I think it's the bartenders. They put that mind control drug that makes you.
But just even, you know what I mean? Like
It's called pussy.
if you-
Pussy is the mind
if you just
control
have
drug.
phases, right? You could jump from karaoke to you're in a cover band. You're actually in a band, but all you do is cover songs. Then you're in a band that you actually write your own shit. Then like it's different. It's different levels of.
It's like
shit.
if I see
Karaoke's
Angel
sorry as
performing a
fuck.
Carlos Mencia joke.
¿Cómo?
If he said if he sees me performing a Carlos Mencia joke.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a comedian doing a
Yeah.
cover of a joke.
Well,
It's the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
Stole it from someone else, so it's
Right.
like, what's the point? What's he you?
But the fucking but in general, it's like with singing, you're supposedly like showing how good of a singer you are. But to me, and again, I'm a dick, but to me, showing how good of a singer you are would be writing your own fucking song.
Yeah.
Not fucking like Madonna. People say she's a shitty singer, but she wrote and sang a lot of songs. She had writers too, but she also wrote and sang a lot of original songs that wouldn't technically be the most proficient singer or whatever, but she invented shit, a lot of shit. She's really smart. Like, I respect that way more than Celine Dion, who fucking
Absolutely.
can sing really well.
Oh,
so it's like, now maybe she wrote some songs too, but like, it matters, like, to me much more, are you making your own shit than are you fucking just, even if you have a good voice. To me, that's nothing. I hated bands like Dream Theater, which is like a very technically proficient thing, but they would write dog shit songs. Like, they were technically very proficient, amazingly complex songs, but it was just terrible. I would hate. My friends would love it. They're like, this is a guitar part. Like, that's terrible. It fucking sucks so bad. And but then there are bands that are that technically proficient and good, can write shit that's interesting instead of shit
Yeah.
that's boring. Even though you could be the best musician in the world and suck at writing songs. So like, there's different aspects to these things, and I'm just a pretty opinionated prick, and
Yeah.
We can tell,
that's what
but we really appreciate you.
But I know, I
here.
don't know if we're rapping because she said
Yeah,
like
We're
So-
wrapping it up right
okay,
now
she's-
as we speak.
So do you have anything else to put out there? Because all like I have 30 cousins in Mexico, and they're the only ones that watch this.
Hell yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to say to them? They don't even speak English, but they like to support the
Hey,
show.
fuck yeah.
Anything else you want to put out there to the world?
Tengo un chiste en español.
Me gusta la chuga.
Solamente un chiste.
Un chiste.
Russell
nada más.
Cooper 286 is my
No.
We all good?
Instagram, and I'm going to be doing a show at Two Docs January 25th.
Nice.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah, so-
thanks for
so-
having
so
me. All that
hopefully everybody
stuff.
comes
Thank
up to
you
that.
for.
So
thank you for having me
that
on
was
this,
that was our warm up. Now we're gonna start filming and do for another hour. Are you ready? Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
We're gonna start filming like right
So
now.
which one of you is the father?
Yeah, but I think
I'm
that
guessing.
yeah.
Thanks for coming on, buddy. I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for having me. Fucking A. Thank you to the establishment.